Yeah. You crossed the ocean just to find your granny. Sacrificed your own boys for a lie. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Make America great again. Yo, Tails, this shit crazy. Yeah, make America great again now. You will see what happens, yeah. Watch this. Sacred defense, we protecting the soil. While you sacrifice soldiers to pay for your spoil. You ran the blow, sitting on your throne. Now we turning every base into a bed of stone. It's a slaughterhouse, a trap you couldn't see. Welcome to the graveyard of your vanity. The secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are hiding. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a bucket while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a bucket while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. In your suit, hiding Epstein's ghost. You sent your boys to die on the bloody coast. Not a revenge for the leader's blood is purely mine. Every drop of his blood is a missile on the line. You thought you took him out, thought the fire was dead, but another commonality is standing ahead. Yeah, you strike one down, we just shatter your brain. We put another in the leg, commonate again. The secrets are leaking, the pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are hiding. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling out your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a puppet while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling out your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a puppet while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. Sacred defense of the homeland. Sacred defense of the homeland. Sacred defense of the homeland. The slaughterhouse is open. Commonly cash. LOSC.
We live? We good? All right. Shalom, everybody. Most High in Christ bless. I'm your brother Jacob.
Brother Stacy.
And you might be asking yourself, why did we open up our Passover class with that video from Iran about Trump? And the reason is because the destruction is very close. So we need, just like our forefathers, we need the destruction to pass over us. So that's why that's in our introduction to Passover. I mean, it's definitely on its way. They're taking shots. They're showing how they're over there destroying the, I can't say infrastructure, but their intelligence, bases that they're using, radar systems, all of that stuff. They're destroying that stuff. And this is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually we are going to have to be saved out of the destruction. You know, that reminds me. Let's open up with this real quick. Matthew 24. The destruction is coming upon the face of the earth. Matthew 24 and verse 22. Oh, no, start at 21.
Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
All right, verse 22.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right, but except for the elect's sake, these days wouldn't be shortened. Everybody would end up dying. You would end up having nuclear winter. And then, you know, that would cause. You see the what is it in the Matrix when they were showing the aftermath of the destruction, the sun wasn't shining, you wouldn't have anything growing. So that's why we play that. Now, let's open up class with Genesis chapter 15. And we're going to start at verse 12.
Genesis 15 and verse 12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. And lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him.
Come on.
And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
Right, so his seed, his offspring, or this in particular, this is the promised seed, because he had other children, that they're going to go and dwell in a land that is not theirs, and they're going to be afflicted. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance.
Right, so that nation that they going to serve, I will judge. So every nation that has had us, the Lord has judged them. And where we at now? Babylon the Great, America. So, and afterward they shall come out with great substance. So this is the prophecy about Israel going into Egypt. And the Lord said he's going to judge them. When we come out, he's going to judge them. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's go to Exodus chapter 2. Oh, no. Before we go to chapter 2. In verse 21.
Exodus 2 and 21.
Yep. Oh, no. Chapter 1 and 21. I'm sorry.
Exodus 1, verse 21. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive.
We should have started up further.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Exodus 1 and verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, When ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then shall she live.
Right. So then like what we read in verse 21 and 22, Pharaoh charged his people to kill him. And they did so. Now, chapter 2 and verse 1. So, but keep in mind, Pharaoh instructed his people to kill the sons of the children of Israel.
Exodus chapter 2 and verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him, that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months.
Right. So this is during that time. So she hid Moses for 3 months. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sisters stood afar off, to wit, what would be done to him.
Right, so his sister was following to see what would happen to him. Now jump down to, so Pharaoh's daughter found him. But jump down to verse 10.
Verse 10, and the child
Well,
grew,
actually, you can start it now. I want to make a point.
verse 9, and Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away, and nurse it for me,
Right.
and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it.
Right. So Moses' mother got paid to nurse him by the Egyptian, by Pharaoh's daughter. Go ahead, verse 10.
Verse 10, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water.
Because I drew him out of the water, yeah. All right, now, yeah, keep going for now. Keep going.
Verse 11, and it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian, and hid him in the sand.
He put him to death and buried him in the sand.
Verse 13, and when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Right. Why was you beating your brother?
And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me as thou killedst the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known.
So he realized that somebody gossiped. And now this was spreading, the word was spreading around. So he knew he had to leave. He had to dip. So Moses left. And, he met the priest of Midian and his daughters, and the priest of Midian gave him his daughter Zipporah. And Moses was content to live there, and he stayed there for 40 years. Pick back up at 23.
Exodus 2, verse 23. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came unto God by reason of the bondage. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them.
Right. So the time came where the Lord remembered his covenant. It ain't like he forgot. He didn't forget, but he had to wait until the time was right to bring his people out of captivity. Now, let's jump to, because we're not going over this entire story. We're just giving kind of a synopsis of what's leading up to all of this stuff. So keep in mind, those that Pharaoh had those children put to death. Now, chapter 4. Can we start at verse 1?
Exodus chapter 4 and verse 1. And Moses answered and said, but behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, the Lord hath not appeared unto thee.
Hold on, Stacy. Let me back up real quick, because this is gonna come up later. Jump back to chapter 3 and start at 20. 20 to 22.
Exodus chapter 3 and verse 20. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go.
Right, go ahead.
And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty.
Right. So everything before it even happens, he's telling Moses what he's gonna do. I'm gonna use you to do all of this stuff beforehand. Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourned in her house, jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment. And ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians.
Right. So you're gonna put on. So you're gonna have nice garments and gold and jewelry. For what? Yeah, when we come out. I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah, with much substance. But when we came out, like, what do we do for the feast? Yep, get dressed up, get garbed up. Now 4 again. Chapter 4, pick up at 1 again.
Exodus 4, verse 1. And Moses answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. For they will say, The Lord hath not appeared unto thee. And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod.
Mm-hmm. That rod represents the commandments of God. His word. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. That they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath appeared unto thee.
Right. Because our people always we always got to see something. Keep going.
Verse 6. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Leprous as snow, not bumpy and full of sores, but leprous as snow, meaning white as snow. Crazy how they switch up. You can see the definition of stuff in the context. So that's a strike. That's a strike against the people, current day people in Jerusalem. Talking about they was in slavery. There's no evidence of that whatsoever, anywhere. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And he said, Put thine hand into thine bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again. And he plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
His flesh was like ours, a so-called black man. Crazy. You can't show me one of the Jewish people, modern day Jewish people, show me them with leprosy. And don't give me no picture of a bunch of bumps on their damn face. I want to see the color going from their skin. How about that? and don't send no pictures of albino. That's when everything is white. The hair, the eyes, everything be white. Don't have no color in it. Go ahead. No, hold on. Where we at?
Verse 8.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to thy voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue.
That does not mean Moses had a speech impediment. he was raised up as what? Yes, an Egyptian. Now, we'll keep going. I want to make a couple points.
Verse 11, and the Lord said unto him, who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord?
Mm-hmm.
Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send.
So he trying to get out of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 14, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses.
Yes, the Lord gets mad. Damn. Go ahead.
And he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do.
All right, now let's jump down to verse 21.
Exodus 4 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand, but I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go.
Man, I had a debate with a brother, and it was crazy because he was saying that Pharaoh changed his own heart. See, Pharaoh hardened his own heart. Bro, the Lord is before he even went back to Egypt, he told him he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart. Either you believe or you just don't, man. That's crazy. But watch this, verse 22.
Verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I shall say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn.
So, this whole thing, like it was prophesied in Genesis 15, this whole entire thing is a setup. So because the Pharaoh killed the children of Israel, the Lord is like, tell him Israel is my firstborn, even my son. And if you don't let my people go, I'm going to kill your firstborn. So from this point right here, you know the object is to pay back Pharaoh and kill his firstborn son. And not only his, but all the Egyptians' firstborn. Even their servants' firstborn. Because what? You touched his people. You're right. Damn. Now, verse 24. Watch this, y'all.
Verse 24. And it came to pass by the way in the end that the Lord met him and sought to kill him.
So, if it may seem a little hard to understand, the Lord is holding Moses hostage right here. Give me Genesis 17:14 real quick. Show you why. Yep.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 14. And the uncircumcised man-child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
Right, now come back. So, the Lord is holding Moses hostage. Exodus 4 and
verse 25.
25. Yeah.
25. Then Zephaniah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son.
Of her son, Moses' son. She had to circumcise him right then. Go ahead.
and cast it at his feet, and said, Surely a bloody husband art thou to me.
Right, verse 26.
So he let him go. Then she said, A bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision.
So the Lord was holding Moses hostage until he had his son circumcised. But a Christian today would tell you, oh, you don't need to get circumcised. No understanding. Part of the covenant. Keep going.
Verse 27. And the Lord said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel.
So, gather together all the elders of the children of Israel. This is how it is done. Gather together the elders of Israel. There is a hierarchy and a way that messages are passed down. Go ahead.
Verse 30. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshiped.
All right, now, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Exodus.
Yep.
Chapter 5 and verse 1. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
So, let my people go that they may hold a feast to me in the wilderness, not in their houses in Egypt, but in the wilderness, a feast in the wilderness. Now, of course, Pharaoh refused. Now, give me, jump over to chapter, is it 9? Oh, no. Chapter 10. You bypassing the plagues. Let me see. Give me chapter 10 and verse 8 and 9.
Exodus chapter 10 and verse 8. And Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go, serve the Lord your God. But who are they that shall go? And Moses said, We will go with our young and with our old, with our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds. We will go, for we must hold a feast unto the Lord.
Right, we must hold a feast unto the Lord. So the feast is after Israel leaves. This whole thing is a setup, but the feast itself is for after we leave out of Egypt. That feast being the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We'll expound on that a little bit more later. Watch this. Same chapter. Pick up at verse 24.
Verse 24. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Lord. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you.
That don't make no damn sense. How you going to have a feast unto the Lord, but you got to leave all your animals and stuff behind? That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just you and your little ones go with you, but leave your herds and flocks and everything behind. That don't make no sense. Watch what Moses say. Verse 25.
Verse 25, and Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God.
So give us sacrifices and burnt offerings to sacrifice unto our God. That's the feast. We're going to show you that. So we're dwelling on Passover right now. And after we finish this class, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with the Feast of Unleavened Bread and go over all these sacrifices and stuff that go with unleavened bread. Passover with bitter herbs, the lamb, and unleavened bread. That's one night. It's one night. Then afterwards, you have a 7-day feast with sacrifices.
Other sacrifices besides the daily sacrifices.
Now, chapter 11. Chapter 11, we're going to start at verse 1. It's only 10 verses. But this is important. So this right here, chapter 11 will be on the 13th day.
Exodus chapter 11 and verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt, after which he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether.
We read that in the beginning of Exodus when he's first talking to Moses. Go ahead.
Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold.
See, so, and we read that this is all this stuff is going to happen, but it's a time for it. They had to go through all the other plagues first, the other 9 plagues first. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man, Moses, was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt.
So he said, about midnight, I will go out into the midst of the people. So the death angel is going to come at midnight. When you get into the New Testament, you understand time better because, like Christ said, there's 12 hours in a day and 12 at night. So at 6 o'clock starts the night hours up until 12. That's midnight. And then 6 more hours, it'd be 6 in the morning. So in the middle of the night is when he's going to come through and have the firstborn put to death. So this is the 13th day. He didn't say, I'm going to wait a couple of days and then come at midnight. He's talking about this night that's coming in. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts.
Like Jeremy reminded us earlier, it's like even animals. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. Verse 7, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right. Even though we get it mistaken, we skipped over the part where Moses was mistaken as an Egyptian. But the Lord has said, I put a difference between the children of Israel and the Egyptians. Yep. Go ahead, dog, but not even bark at you.
Verse 8, and all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger.
So that's what he told Pharaoh. All your people going to come bowing down to me. Go ahead. Everything comes to pass, too. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land.
Set up or set up. They were done. The handwriting was on the wall. The Lord said, hey, like they said on the movie, so let it be written, so let it be done. Now, so now chapter 12. Now we're going to get into the commandments and the ordinances that the Lord gives to Moses. And we're gonna skip some stuff because we're just dealing with Passover. We're not dealing with unleavened bread right now. So start at verse 1, Exodus 12 and 1.
Exodus 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Hey, bro, put the class picture back up for the moment. Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 3, Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house.
Right, a lamb for a house. House. Go ahead.
Verse 4, And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Right, so every man according to his eating, that's him and his family. That's who's in your house. Go ahead, verse 5.
Verse 5, Your lamb shall be without blemish.
So that's the first ordinance.
A male of the first year.
That's the second ordinance.
You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
It can be a sheep or it can be a goat. Hold on, put up picture of I should have one of a sheep. What I got?
You got seven lambs, 2.
Give me I got a goat.
Yeah, goat.
Yeah, put up the goat and then for a few seconds and then put up the sheep. They were in the first year too. Either one of them. Put up the first sheep picture. We'll save the other one for later.
Real huge family. Just say like a lot of kids. Could you take? Because every man according to his eating. You need 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because according to your eating.
Yep, according to your eating. Okay. Now, where we at?
Verse 6.
Yeah, of the sheep or the goats, verse 6.
And ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
So you're going to kill it in the evening. That's before it gets dark on the 14th. Remember where they're at. We started this in 10 because that's when the Lord is telling him this night. So this night, they're in the 13th day. So you keep it up. So in moving forward, you pull it out, you get the lamb on the 10th day. And you keep it until the 14th. When the sun is going down, you kill it then. Go ahead. Yeah, the whole and notice the language. You kill. You're killing it. You kill it in the evening. You kill it. This language is going to be even in the New Testament. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
in their houses where they shall eat it, the blood over the doorpost. See that? Put the class picture back up. Oh, okay. Over the doorpost. It's in the house.
Chapter 12 and verse 8.
Yeah.
And they shall eat the flesh in that night,
In that night.
roasted with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
So hold on. Put up put up the dandelion first. And then we're gonna show y'all roast. Hmm? Oh, dandelion. So now after dandelions are bitter herb. Now I have roast.
Roasted lamb.
Yeah, roasted lamb. As a matter of fact, you can read that for us, Roy. Switch off your mic real quick.
It's just a picture. What's something else?
No, there's a
Roast Exodus 12.
yeah.
I put the picture up. Roast. Swali. Roasted. Roasted.
Right. It's real simple. But that word only means to roast, right? Only means to roast. Now read verse 8 again.
Chapter 12 and verse 8 again. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roasted with fire and unleavened bread, and with the bitter herbs they shall eat it.
All right, go ahead.
Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the puritance thereof.
Right, so it said eat not of it raw. So you can't be like Esau. Eat not of it raw. Nor sodden, meaning nor boiled at all with water, but roast it with fire. It has to be roasted with fire. This is important. Verse 10.
And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire.
So this, when you kill the Passover, that lamb or that goat, nothing can be left in the morning. All that flesh has to be burnt off of it. You can't burn the bones. But all that flesh has to be burnt off of it.
You want that definition? You got that in here too.
What?
Is that sodden or seed?
Oh, no, that's for later. That's for Feast on Unleavened Bread. Verse 11.
And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
It is the Lord's Passover. Go ahead.
Verse 12, for I will pass throughout the land of Egypt this night.
Hold on. I will pass throughout the land of Egypt this night. Go ahead.
And will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep, sending that angel. Go ahead. 13.
Verse 13, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are.
Where ye are, the blood on the doorposts in the houses where you are. Go ahead.
And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt.
When I smite the land of Egypt. Now put the class picture back up again, Roy. Oh, it's still up? Okay, verse 14.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Right, so this day shall be unto you for a memorial. So you supposed to keep it forever as a memorial. This is one night. This is the 14th. Yeah. Yeah, like Jeremy said, scary night. This is the 14th. And you have these ordinances. Word. So you have these ordinances. You have a lamb or a goat without blemish. And you're supposed to eat that. You're supposed to roast it with fire, and you're supposed to eat that with bitter herbs, unleavened bread.
And even back then, they had their clothes on in the house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, roast with fire, unleavened bread, and bitter herbs. This is what you do on the Passover. Yeah, perfect, Roy, perfect. That's what you're doing on the Passover. And to this day, it's the memorial of the Passover. It has its own ordinances. Watch this. Numbers 9, real quick. Verse 11.
Numbers chapter 9 and verse 11. The 14th day of the second month at even, they shall keep it and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs.
Right. Go ahead.
They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Passover, they shall keep it.
According to all the ordinances of the Passover, they shall keep it. So we know this is talking about what? The killing of the Passover, the memorial of the Passover. This is not unleavened bread at all. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, without breaking the bones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Christ. The significance of Christ. So, Exodus 12, 1 through 14 is about the memorial of Passover. Now, verse 15 all the way down to 20 are the ordinances for a feast of unleavened bread. Now, let me make this point. Read verse 1 again.
Chapter 12.
Yeah, chapter 12 and verse 1.
Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying.
So this is the Lord giving the laws and ordinances to Moses for Passover and for unleavened bread. The Lord giving them to him. Now watch the order. This is why I brought it up earlier. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 21.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 21. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover.
See? So he went to the elders and told them to go to the rest of the children of Israel and get you a lamb according to your family and kill the Passover. Kill the Passover. That means kill that lamb or kill that goat, the Passover. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it into the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning.
Right. You go in, you put that blood over your door, and you go in and you don't come out until the morning. Right? Go ahead. Verse 23.
Verse 23. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you.
Right. This is the night of Passover. They're not celebrating. They're happy that they're not getting destroyed. But it's not a night of celebration. Come on.
Verse 24, and ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he has promised, then ye shall keep this service.
Right. You keep this service once you get into the land. They did, however, keep it one more time. Trying to remember when. But they kept it one more time in the wilderness. It's in Numbers. They did keep it one more time. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service?
So once you're in the land and doing it, your children are going to come and ask you, Father, why are we doing this? Why are we killing this lamb? Why are we getting bitter herbs and unleavened bread? Yeah, Roy said, now while we searching for for eggs that a bunny rabbit laid. Like madness.
Verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
That ye shall say, it is sacrifice of the Lord's Passover,
Mm-hmm.
who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt.
So passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt. Passover was kept in our houses in Egypt. Go ahead.
When ye smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed their head and worshipped. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron.
And so they went and did as Moses had said, which he was given it from the Lord. So it comes down all the way to every Israelite. And they did as he said. Verse 29.
Verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up into the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Come on.
Verse 31, and he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Lord, as ye have said.
Come on.
Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also.
Bless me also, the nerve of him.
Verse 33, and the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men.
So everything that the Lord told Moses, and then Moses said to Pharaoh, it all came to pass. Now watch this. So they're telling us to get out. Just get the hell out, right? Verse 34.
Verse 34, and the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders.
So we took the dough before it was leavened and are leaving out of Egypt. Go ahead.
Verse 35, and the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians.
So what goes over a lot of people's head, now we're leaving. We haven't even been given the ordinances for Feast of Unleavened Bread. Moses did not give them to the elders and tell them to give them to the people. They have not been given yet. Only the ordinances for Passover, which was the night before. Verse 37.
Verse 37, and the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men beside children.
So we have left now. And we took the dough with us without any leaven in it. And the spiritual meaning behind that is don't take the leaven of the Egyptians with you. Don't take the sins of the Egyptians with you.
And leaven had to be in the houses.
We're still in the houses.
We're still in that. We left it in the house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what your point is.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, because we couldn't, we had to leave in haste. Yeah, we ain't had time to do none of that stuff.
Got left there.
To leave all that behind. Leave all that behind. Take what you got and come on, let's go. Go ahead.
Verse 38.
A famous scripture here.
And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes of dough, which they brought forth out of Egypt. For it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry. Neither had they prepared for themselves any victual.
So after we left Egypt, then they what? Baked unleavened cakes of dough, which they brought forth out of Egypt. No leaven with us when we left.
We were still in Egypt. It was leaven with us. But when we left, no leaven.
Leave all that behind. Go ahead.
Verse 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day it came to pass, that all the host of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out from the land of Egypt.
So we left out the next night at the going down of the sun. So the gathering, we gathered together as a people leaving out of Egypt. A holy convocation. Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, Numbers, German scripture, Numbers 33 and 3. When we started seeing this stuff, I remember Jeremy put that in the chat. I was like, oh my God, man.
28 of banger. That's yours. You like that one.
Yeah, we're going to hit 28 in the next class, bro. My goodness.
Numbers chapter 33 and 3.
Mhm.
And they departed from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day of the first month. On the morrow after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with a high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians.
You can't. They departed from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day. That's when we left. That's the feast of unleavened bread. That's the time to be happy. Oh, 4. Hit verse 4.
No, I mean, in the middle of that verse.
Yeah, in the middle of that verse.
Oh, yeah. On the morrow after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with an high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. For the Egyptians buried all their firstborn, which the Lord had smitten among them. Upon their gods also the Lord executed judgments.
Damn, so we leaving, they burying their folks. Back to Exodus 12 and what did we read? We just read. Verse 42 gonna be the last verse.
Verse 42. Exodus 12, verse 42. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out of the land of Egypt.
Out. A night. Out. It was the next day.
The 14th day, we couldn't leave out.
No, we could not leave out.
Until the morning.
Right. Now, quickly, so we ain't gonna be much longer. Give me. Let's go to Chronicles. 1 Chronicles 30. So we go to the law, then we go to Chronicles of the Kings, and then to we can go to the prophets too. We'll hit Ezra real quick. First Chronicles, and then we're gonna go to Christ himself in the New Testament and show it. First Chronicles 30. What, verse 29?
Chapter.
Oh, First Chronicles. My bad, y'all. What I said, second?
First.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Second Chronicles 30. And start 13.
Second Chronicles chapter 30, verse 13. And there assembled at Jerusalem much people to keep the feast of unleavened bread in the second month, a very great congregation.
So they assembled in Jerusalem. Why are they assembling in Jerusalem? Yeah, for unleavened bread. Yeah, because it's a holy convocation on that 15th. We're going to get deeper into it after this class when we start the other class. Verse 14.
Verse 14. And they arose and took away the altars that were in Jerusalem, and all the altars for incense took they away, and cast them into the brook Kidron.
Mm-hmm.
Then they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the second month.
They killed the Passover. That's you killing a lamb or a goat on the 14th day. Go ahead.
And the priests and the Levites were ashamed and sanctified themselves and brought in the burnt offerings into the house of the Lord.
Right. So, yeah, go ahead.
If you read 14th day in some of these scriptures, then you read 15th day in some of these scriptures, the doctrine of saying that they the same day, it just
It don't make no sense. Yeah. Yeah, it don't make no sense. So in this right here, what happened right here in First Chronicles? So you have a bunch of people that are unclean. So they're not killing their own Passover themselves. The Levites and the priests are doing it for them here. And it's the same thing. We're going to jump to Second Chronicles chapter 35 too. So read
Left off at 16.
17. Jump to 17.
Second Chronicles 30 and verse 17. For there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore the Levites had the charge of the killing of the Passovers, for everyone that was not clean, to sanctify them unto the Lord.
Yeah, because every man is supposed to kill his own lamb or goat for his household. But because they were unclean, the priests and the Levites were doing it for them. And they kept the Passover. Jump to 21.
Verse 21. And the children of Israel that were present at Jerusalem kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with great gladness. And the Levites and the priests praised the Lord day by day.
So after the killing of the Passover, after you keep the Passover on the 14th, then the next day you keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. 7 days. Chapter 35 and 1.
Second Chronicles chapter 35 and verse 1.
It's so important to understand the ordinances that go along with each one. It'll help you get a much greater understanding. Go ahead, verse 1.
Moreover, Josiah kept a Passover unto the Lord in Jerusalem, and they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the first month. And he set the priests in their charges and encouraged them to keep to the service of the house of the Lord.
Right, so they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month. Jump to verse 6.
Verse 6. So kill the Passover, and sanctify yourselves, and prepare your brethren, that they may do according to the word of the Lord by the hand of Moses.
Mm-hmm.
And Josiah gave to the people of the flock lambs and kids, all for the Passover offerings, for all that were present, to the number of 30,000 and 3,000 bullocks. These were of the king's substance.
Right. So lambs and kids for the Passover offerings. Now jump to verse 11.
Verse 11. And they killed the Passover, and the priests sprinkled the blood from their hands, and the Levites flayed them.
Jump down to 13.
Verse 13. And they roasted the Passover with fire, according to the ordinance.
According to the ordinance. They roasted the Passover with fire according to the ordinance. Go ahead.
But the other holy offerings sod they in pots.
So the other holy offerings, like your 2 lambs day by day that you're supposed to offer continually, and a bullock every day, they put them in pots because the Passover lamb or goat has to be roasted with fire. Finish that.
And in cauldrons, and in pans, and divided them speedily among all the people.
All right, drop this. Give me Ezra chapter 6. Verse 19 and 20.
Ezra chapter 6, verse 19. And the children of the captivity kept the Passover upon the 14th day of the first month. For the priests and the Levites were purified together. All of them were pure, and killed the Passover for all the children of the captivity.
So he killed it for them. Even because every man is supposed to do it himself. But they were clean and they killed it for us. Go ahead.
And for their brethren, the priests, and for themselves. And the children of Israel, which were come again out of captivity, and all such as had separated themselves unto them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land, to seek the Lord God of Israel, did eat.
All right, go ahead.
And kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with joy. For the Lord had made them joyful, and turned the heart of the king of Assyria unto them, to strengthen their hands in the work of the house of God, the God of Israel.
Right, so they kept the Passover on the 14th. Then, the 15th, they kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread 7 days. From the 15th to the 21st.
What verse was that? Ezra.
Chapter 6, and we finished at 22.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
First Esdras. Dang. So First Esdras chapter 1 is the same account as Second Chronicles 30, I believe. No, 35. Give me First Esdras chapter 1 and verse 1.
First Esdras chapter 1 and verse 1. And Josiah held the feast of the Passover in Jerusalem unto his Lord, and offered the Passover the 14th day of the first month.
Right. Verse 12.
Verse 12. And they roasted the Passover with fire, as pertaineth, as for the sacrifices, they sod them in brass pots and pans with a good savor.
All right, now jump down to, I love this verse. Verse 19.
Verse 19. So the children of Israel, which were present, held the Passover at that time, and the feast of sweetbread 7 days.
The Feast of Sweet Bread. Meaning it ain't just got to be plain unleavened bread. It can be sweet bread. Yep, and the Feast of Sweet Bread. Chapter 7 and verse 10.
First Esdras chapter 7 and verse 10. And the children of Israel that were of the captivity held the Passover the 14th day of the first month. After that, the priests and the Levites were sanctified.
So it's not one event that starts together. It's consecutive. It's the 14th and then the 15th. Matter of fact, one of y'all brought it up earlier. Leviticus 23,
Is that verse 10 you just read?
19.
Yeah.
7 and 10.
7
Yeah, 7 and 10.
It's all the same account. You're gonna see it all in there.
And if you read down, it's 1 to 2.
Yeah, because 14, you can hit 14. Yeah.
Yep, all of it. It's all the same stuff. Like you got to know, you got to have. It made me study the ordinances because I was like, what is going on here? Why they taking off these offerings that they supposed to do every day? And what are these offerings that they do every day? Why they taking them off? Oh, because the Passover, that lamb or that goat has to be roasted with fire. This other stuff, we can take it off and put it in pots, but we got to put the lamb and the goat directly over the fire. Like, damn. I didn't really understand what I was reading at first, but, in time it started making more and more sense. Like, they got to remove this stuff according to the commandment. Leviticus 23 and verse 4.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Right. These, I remember somebody hit me with this and said, see, these, they holy convocations. It will tell you when it's a holy convocation. The Passover itself is not a holy convocation. You're not going to read that anywhere. There is some confusion in Deuteronomy 16, but we're going to clear that up in the next class. Verse 5.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
When it comes in. The 14th day is the Lord's Passover. Verse 6.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
The same month. So it's not the same day. This is a different day in the same month.
That's why one is called 14.
Yeah, and one is 15. But, and look, you can see why somebody would be confused. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you can see why somebody would be confused. So this is the 4th year that we're teaching this. The 4th that we're teaching it. And we don't take shots at nobody. We just hope everybody can, at some point see it. The Lord open up your mind to see it. The first thing, because a lot of people just don't want to believe it.
I don't see
for whatever reason.
I don't see Easter in here.
You're not gonna find Easter in here. Maybe in the NIV or
One thing you'll see about Easter in the Old Testament is cast them altars down and destroy them.
yeah.
All that idol worship.
Hey, you will find a lucky egg before you find Easter.
And then they got in the rabbit, the hair is unclean.
Yeah.
Yeah, rabbit's foot for good luck.
Yeah.
You can't eat no rabbit.
Read that again. 6.
Uh,
Leviticus 23.
Leviticus 23 and verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
See? Go ahead, read verse 7 too.
And the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right, we're going to leave that right there. Me and Roy going to get into that next.
And that ties in with the New Testament with the crucifixion.
Right.
If that's a holy convocation, then it's going to contradict when they took the body down.
Yep. Numbers 28. And verse 16.
Numbers chapter 28 and verse 16. And in the 14th day of the first month is the Passover of the Lord.
The
And in
14th day of the first month. Go ahead.
And in the 15th day of this month is the feast.
The 15th day is the feast. That's the major feast, not the 1-day feast that is the memorial of the Passover. And this 7-day feast is sometimes called the Feast of the Passover. We're going to show you that after this class. We're going to be wrapping this up in a second and take a break. Go ahead.
7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten.
That's so plain. That starts on the 15th.
We left 11 behind in Egypt.
Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, read verse 18.
And the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no manner of servile work therein.
You
But ye-
good? Yep. It's a holy convocation. You never see Passover being called a holy convocation. It's a memorial. Thus, the title of the class, The Memorial of Passover and Its Ordinances. Well, let's jump right to the New Testament now. Matthew chapter 26. This is where you can get confused, because a lot of people, the first thing they'll do, they'll go to Luke 22 and 1. Yeah.
If we talking about feast days and you jump straight to the New Testament, you messed up.
Watch this. Matthew 26 and 1. Give me 1 first.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 1. And it came to pass, when Jesus had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified.
So here, Matthew is he's just saying Passover for the entire thing. The Passover and unleavened bread. Jump down to verse. No, keep going. I need to make this point.
Verse 3. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Jesus by subtlety and kill him. But they said, Not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people.
So what would that feast day be that you can't kill nobody on? Yep, the Holy Convocation, the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, not the Passover. He has to die on the Passover. But in the New Testament, you'll get confused if you don't know these ordinances. Where is read verse 17. This will confuse you.
Verse 17. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover?
That's confusing right there. Yeah, he called it the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Everybody has to come to Jerusalem for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. But before that feast, you have to eat the Passover in houses.
Where do you want to, who house you want to eat it at?
Right, that's what we're going to say. Read verse 17. I mean, no.
18.
Oh, you just read 17?
Yep.
Yeah, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? That's before the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Keep going. Yeah, just keep going.
Verse 18. And he said, Go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, The master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. The memorial of Passover is kept in a house. The Feast of Unleavened Bread is not. The Feast of Unleavened Bread is held at the temple. That's why they're saying not on the feast day. Has to be before then. Verse 20. Oh, no, 19 and 20.
And the disciples did as Jesus had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12.
So they went and got the lamb or the goat and the bitter herbs and the unleavened bread. And they got wine because they sat down. Yeah.
Everything's prepared in the evening.
Yes. They're preparing at the going down of the sun. Read 21.
Verse 21. And as they did eat, he said, Verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
So as they did eat. Okay, let's go to the one they like. Luke 22:1.
Luke chapter 22 and verse 1. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him,
Mm-hmm.
for they feared the people. Then Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot,
Iscariot.
being one of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them.
So hold on. So the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. All right. Yeah, come here. When Satan entered into Judas, remember this. Verse 11. Jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11, and you shall say unto the good man of the house, the master saith unto thee, where is the guest chamber where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples?
So this is the killing of the Passover. It's the same account. We're reading the same thing, just from a different viewpoint, right? Go ahead.
And he shall shew you a large upper room furnished. There make ready.
Mm-hmm.
And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover.
Oh, hold on, y'all. My bad. I don't know how I missed that. Verse 7. Verse 7. Oh, my goodness.
Luke 22 and verse 7. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed.
That's on the 14th. So the day that they're in is the 14th. It's not the 15th, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's the next day. This is the Passover.
The words are interchangeable.
Yeah, so it depends on whose perspective. They might call it the Feast of the Passover. The Feast of the Passover is talking about unleavened bread. Verse 15. Watch what he said. Well, no, just keep going. 14 and 15.
Verse 14. And when the hour was come, he sat down with the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, with desire I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer.
So before I suffer, so he ate the Passover, man. He had a lamb or a goat, and he ate that. And he had to die that same day before the feast.
For the sun one day.
Oh, yeah, but this is at the going down. I mean, this is,
Yeah,
that same day. This is the 14th. But, yeah, he had to be dead and buried before the sun went down, yeah. Goodness. Man, that's a whole lot to unpack. John, watch this. John 12. No, John 13.
John chapter 12, chapter 13 and
Verse 1.
verse 1. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end.
So before the feast of the Passover, the feast of the Passover here is unleavened bread. Before the feast of the Passover. Read verse 2.
What the Christians hate, having loved his own.
Oh.
Verse 2. And supper being ended,
And supper being ended. This is what they call the Last Supper.
the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot.
And we read in Luke 22, Satan entered into Judas. This is before the major feast, which is the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Simon's son, to betray him.
Now, jump to verse 21. This whole conversation is the night of Passover before the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the next
Verse
night.
21. When Jesus had thus said, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
Jump to 26.
Verse 26. Jesus answered, He it is to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon.
Go ahead. It's the garlic. Go ahead.
And after the sop, Satan entered into him. Then said Jesus unto him, That thou doest, do quickly.
Right, so he's telling Judas, you're the one that's going to betray me. So what you're going to do, go ahead and do it quickly.
We got a long day ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus know already.
Christ got a long day.
Yeah, he was sweating blood and everything. But so that's how Passover went down. We're gonna get into more ordinance. We're gonna take we're gonna end this class, take a break, and then come back with the ordinances and stuff for Feast of Unleavened Bread. And we're gonna dig into this John a little deeper. We're gonna hit the end of Mark and stuff too, so you can see that there's a huge difference. There's a lot of confusion because of people not understanding the commandments and the ordinances. Because the Christians will get you on some stuff, because they believe that Friday to Sunday crap based off of a misunderstanding too, because they don't see that it's Passover, then a high holy day, a Feast of Unleavened Bread. They don't see that, so it's just confusion. But the Lord is opening up everybody's eyes. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Passover. The ordinances of the Memorial of Passover. Passover is a memorial. It's not a holy convocation. You do that at home with your family, or if another family want to come and keep it with you, that's fine. It's like Christ and all the disciples.
Christ didn't have a house.
Right. The Son of Man go up and said it's written. He was dwelling in tents. All right, so that's it for the Memorial of Passover. I'm Brother Jacob.
Brother Stacy.
With that we say shalom.
Yeah. You crossed the ocean just to find your granted. Sacrificed your own boys for a lie. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Make America great again. Yo, tails, this shit crazy. Yeah, make America great again now. You will see what happens, yeah. Watch this. Sacred defense, we protecting the soil. While you sacrifice soldiers to pay for your spoil. You ran the blow, sitting on your throne. Now we turning every base into a bed of stone. It's a slaughterhouse, a trap you couldn't see. Welcome to the graveyard of your vanity. The secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are hiding. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a bucket while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a bucket while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. Fighting in your suit, hiding that Epstein's ghost. You sent your boys to die on the bloody coast. Not a revenge for the leader's blood is purely mine. Every drop of his blood is a missile on the line. You thought you took him out, thought the fire was dead, but another common A is standing ahead. Yeah, you strike one down, we just shatter your brain. We put another in the leg. Common A again. The secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are high, yeah. L-O-S-C-R. Yeah, we spelling out your name. Sell them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a puppet while you shaking in your sweet. L-O-S-C-R. Taste the ash. L-O-S-C-R. Yeah, we spelling out your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a puppet while you shaking in your sweet. L-O-S-C-R. Taste the ash of defeat. Sacred defense of the homeland. Sacred defense of the homeland. Sacred defense of the homeland.